Guys, we back. So, are we actually back or are we not actually back? Because I feel like we're actually back. Kinda. I don't know. A lot of people have been saying that Helldivers 2 last night came out with a good ass update. So, Super Earth is being invaded right now. It's pretty crazy. Uh, 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 yeah, man. It's insane. It said the Illuminate invaded the Discord, changing the profile pic, slowly changing channels after channel to Braille or Morse code. Even had Illuminate attack in the Discord. Also turned some mods into voteless. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. But anyways, let's get right into the video, man. Soup Helldivers 2 Heart of Democracy, bro. Let's see what it is. Let's see how it goes. Alright. Arrowhead Studios, okay. Helldivers to Hellpods. Hold on, what the fuck? Why does this shit look kind of ass a little bit? There we go. Here you go. Let's start all over again. What the hell is that? Y'all hearing it good? Hopefully you guys are hearing it good. Holy shit.
Burns. Super Earth has been invaded.
Holy
The
shit.
scourge lays waste to hallowed ground. Cities in ruins.
Holy shit. Hold on. Is this actually in the game? Like, you can actually see them destroy buildings and shit? Like, is this actually, or is it just a preset map? Like, it's already destroyed? Yeah? That is in the game? It is? Bro, that's crazy. Okay. You see, bro, it's called a Leviathan. Bro, where were we just talking? Wait, bro, 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 wasn't I just talking about that like 2 streams ago? I said that they need to add a Leviathan in the game. Cause is it like the actual Leviathan from like Avengers? I was literally talking about that 2 streams ago. What the fuck?
Flags disrespectfully soiled. Billions of votes have already been lost. Could this be the end of managed democracy?
Is Omega to
Not today. Now is the time for full mobilization. Every defender of peace, rally to arms.
okay? Oh shit! What the fuck? Something in my throat, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This is actually pretty cool. I'm gonna give. Hey, I'm gonna take the L. I'm gonna take the L. I will take the L. This is actually pretty cool. This is actually pretty cool right here. This is really, really good. This is actually really good right here.
We will turn our streets into our battlefield.
Bro, I was literally. So is this the
We will turn
Leviathan?
our streets into our battlefield.
Is this the Leviathan right here? He said, is Omega tough to take down? You could kind of make it less of a threat with 4 recoilless shots on it with the cannon. Wait, what? Wait, 4 recoilless shots to the wings with the cannon on it. We have AI SEF SEAF in the map civilians. So that flying thing is the Leviathan, bro. I literally was saying that they need to have like an Avengers. Bro, I literally said that literally 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I'm like, bro, a huge big content they should have is like they need to have like an Avengers type thing. I literally said it. I could literally go back and mark it. Like I literally, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put that into the video, bro. I literally said that, bro. I literally said that they need to have Avengers type thing where it's like there's the Leviathan from the Avengers, and it's like destroying the city, and us Helldivers need to be in the city like fighting that shit. That would be cool as fuck. I literally said that, and it's like, bro. He said it takes a whole exosuit missile supply to take that down.
Laborers into our theater of war. We will form the clenched fist of democracy and show them what true freedom is. Disciplined, armed,
Holy
and
shit.
absolute. Join the fight. Super Earth needs you.
Nah, that's okay. That's actually pretty fire. So, major update. That's pretty. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Now, like I said before, and I'll say it again, this cannot be a limited time event. This cannot be a limited time event. And if they are gonna make it a limited time event, they need to make it as like I don't know, um they need to like so they need to make it like for all of you guys in the chat. I don't know if any of y'all play League of Legends, right? So League of Legends, right? There's this event called Earth, and Earth is like a rotating type of like event where it comes every 2 3 months or some shit like that. And so it's not like it's not really a limited event. It's just like a game mode that unlocks every 2 3 months. So if they are not gonna make this a permanent thing, I hope that they go with the League of Legends route where it's like, okay, this is an event that comes every 2 to 3 months. We're gonna have like the Illuminants invade Super Earth or some shit again. This because I don't think that this is gonna be like a permanent thing. I really don't think so. I really don't. Like I honestly believe this is not gonna be a permanent thing. They might keep this going for like maybe like 2 months at most, and then the next month they're gonna do another update to the game or some shit. Just so that it said it's probably yeah. What actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask you guys. What you guys? How long do you guys think this event gonna go for? Nicholas said that it's gonna be for 2 to 3 weeks. Thing. What's his name? Deadly said that he wants this to be a permanent thing. What do you guys how you guys are explaining the chat? What you guys are saying? You said don't forget about the screenshots I sent of the Discord when this whole thing happening. Yeah, I gotta check that out. So we have AI friendly troops that can help you fight the enemy. I hope some stuff get reused, that but it doesn't make sense lore wise. What do you mean by that, Nicholas? What are you talking about? Talk to me, talk to me. Talk to me, y'all. He said the Super Earth invasion will probably be a couple weeks long, but as for the mega cities and the Leviathan, I think those are gonna be sticking around. Yeah, it's just the only problem is, yeah, he said Super Earth can't permanently stay under invasion. Yeah, yeah, that's why I'm saying it can't be a permanent thing. It needs to be like a limited time event. It'll come every like I don't know 4 or 5 months, some shit. And then you said that um you think that the mega cities and the Leviathan. I think you are right. The Leviathan would stay around, but the mega cities, right? Where else would they put the mega cities at? Because if you put the mega, okay, how I'm looking at it is if you put a mega city as a map, right, and it's full with enemies, wouldn't that also still mean that like um I mean the only mega city that we know in the story is only Super Earth, right? You said I hope we have independent regions, mega cities as parts of a planet. Yeah, like that would make sense. Maybe some maybe make the mega cities like ruins or some shit, you know? Apocalyptic type of like cities where like it's been run down, nobody's there anymore, no civilians are there anymore. It's in a planet or some shit like that. That would make sense because the only mega cities that are there is is like, I don't know. They, um, is Super Earth. You said they don't need to be mega cities, but regions. Yeah, with different terrains. Yeah. Imagine like one of the cities is like have all this forestry type of shit in there. You know, kind of like The Last of Us. If you guys know The Last of Us, like The Last of Us, like setting, but in Helldivers too. That would be pretty cool. Let's watch the next video. So this is the deep dive right here. Hopefully one of the devs are gonna talk to us about this shit. It's 4 minutes long though. Okay. Oh my god, it's pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie.
In Heart of Democracy, we're going to the heart of democracy.
The Illuminats are back, and they're back with a vengeance. This time, they come with their full fleet.
And what do you
Okay.
do when ships invade you? You shoot them down.
Since
Yo.
Omens of Tyranny, the Illuminats have been attacking planets all over the galaxy.
Michaela Erkinson.
While they have been working from the shadows, moving Meridia closer and closer to Super-Earth. After Super-Earth managed to stop Meridia, the Illuminat fleet emerged and headed straight for Super-Earth,
Okay.
the heart of democracy.
He said, for example, the planet is a desert planet, but it has it has a doom map region, an oasis, and a thing, a jungle area. Yeah. That makes sense. They need to do something like that. They need to have different terrains in a planet. That would make it more fresh.
Super-Earth itself is under attack, and Helldivers must fight to defend their home planet.
Bro, that's great. So let me ask you guys this before they say something. Is there a game mode? I'm pretty sure the new game mode is to like protect the citizens. I mean, is that still like a thing? Is that a game mode that's still in there for this map only? Cause there's hella citizens around, so I'm pretty sure one of the game modes is escort citizens to whatever shelter or whatever it is.
Cities offer a new kind of gameplay where players need to be more careful about throwing stratagems and consider their super destroyer position more.
Yeah.
This time you'll also have some
Yo, Nicholas, I thought this was you, bro. You guys have literally the same name. It's just that yours is um yours is um yours is what you call it has a different spelling than his. But yep, are you Sweden too? Are you Swedish? I said, are you Sweden? What the fuck? Are you Swedish too? He said almost. He's richer. Are you Swedish or not? He said it's not really new game modes, but there are eradication type missions for the Illuminates. Oh, okay. No, the other side of the planet. Oh,
help
okay.
from the Super Earth Armed Forces.
Together with them, they will try to combat the Illuminat threat and save Super-Earth from falling into enemy tentacles.
Actually being able to go into our cores, our cities, our...
Now, you know what? Now, this might be a hot take, but you know what they should have done? They should have released this. They should have released this update and released a new war bond to correlate with this event. That would have been better. You said I'm from Brazil. Oh, okay, shit. Goated. One day I plan on going there one day. But would you? How? He said I think it was supposed to be with the own war bond. Are you talking about the old one? Are you talking about the mastery one? The mastery of Samurai? Nah, that one was like I said. I'm gonna I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it. I still believe that last one, the latest one, was still bad. Was a bad Warbound. But yeah, I still believe that it was a bad Warbound, and that's about it. But I still, hey, that I'll say how I feel. The only thing that was good in that shit was the armor, and that's about it. From in my opinion, they should have made a whole new one. The flag is fun. Is it? Is it fun? Really? Hopefully, it does some. And you know what they should have done? Brush hater. Let me. How do you feel about this? You know what they should have done with this new update or whatever it is? They should have tweaked in some like new passives for that stratagem to correlate to what's happening right now in the game. That would be actually fire. Let's say the flag, if you, yeah, the flag doesn't work in other planets, right? It doesn't have passives in other planets, but when you go to Super Earth with the flag, it gives buffs. It gives buffs to your team because you guys are in Super Earth. So the flag represents your country or whatever the Super Earth. So it will buff only on Super Earth. It will actually work only on Super Earth. That's that. They should have done that. If they done that, that would have made sense. Then people would have been like, okay, then it makes sense that the flag doesn't do anything on other planets because it's supposed to only activate on Super Earth. That would be actually pretty fire though. There's a lot. If there's a lot, there's a lot they talk in the video like they're supposed to be released with the Warbound. Okay.
Headquarters. It's a big part of the fantasy.
Mysterious overships are looming over Super Earth cities. You're going to activate a massive cannon, the
Oh, so she's the level design?
planetary defense cannon.
Okay.
But not only that, you actually get to manually control and aim it, which is something that is completely new.
Okay.
The goal is to
So they technically this is some like kind of like some what you call it kind of like some like God of War shit. For my people, you play the new God of War, you know how he moves the thing. Let me stop.
shoot the overship, but of course you can shoot whatever you want. In this mission, the Illuminates are trying to land their warp ships to establish outposts. It's your job to make sure that they don't get this foothold.
Okay.
This is a tug-of-war, blitz-style mission, where you have to shoot down these ships to stop them from gaining an area inside of the Super Earth cities.
Okay. So the Leviathan, like I said in my last streams and shit, like it's so cool. If they all they had to do was copy the Leviathan from the Avengers, tweak it a little bit to make it your own, and then like put that bitch in here. And literally, that's what I've been saying since like the last 2 weeks ago. But man, I mean, hey, they still got their own little Leviathan. It doesn't look like the Avengers one, but yeah.
The Leviathan kind of snakes through the cities. It takes a lot of
So
firepower to
game
take
design.
down, so you might not even be that interested
Arrowhead, please. Arrowhead, you guys should just take me in. I got y'all.
in attacking it. You might just want to get away from it.
It just wreaks havoc. It runs into buildings. It will make you.
It's literally, bro. Am I crazy? But this is the Leviathan's literally the Leviathan that they got is literally the same thing in the Avengers. That's literally what the Leviathan was doing in the Avengers movie. It was just hitting buildings and then it would drop enemies and shit.
A living hell.
Now they should have done that, but they probably couldn't let it drop enemies because then people will be putting two and two together. So
Unlike the Leviathan that's kind of on its own path.
okay, so
this
we know
thing
about
really
this one.
circles the battlefield and is always looking for targets to attack on the ground.
They come in, they do strafing runs.
It just going to circle around until you find a way to take it down. And it's gonna be fun to see how our players figure that one out.
Okay, we know about this one.
Unlike
I still think that this enemy is still the coolest one out of all of them. But the only problem is that this shit tanks a lot of the armor. Like I said, tanks a lot of the armor. Tanks a lot of the bullets, bro. Like dead ass, you can't kill this shit. I think even I shot a recoilless rifle at it, and it still tanked that shit. Like it still tanked that shit. I'm like, hold on, I could use a recoilless rifle on the tank, on the automations and all that. I said automations, automatons. I could use that for one of the Titans, and they would get killed. But you're telling me like this shit right here, I shoot that shit, and it still survives and it's still running at me? That's crazy. He said the flesh mob is so damn tanky. The flesh mob has the same health as the bite titan. I don't know. I said bite titan, vile titan. I don't know, man. I literally shot a rifle at it, a recoilless rifle at it, and it still tanked my shit. It was crazy.
the regular boatless that are kind of blind and slow and lumbering around, these have assembled their collective strength to become this big terrifying meat wall that just
He said it's not that hard when Terminite can kill it. Really?
starts relentlessly attacking once it smells any blood. It's much faster than it looks, it's much more dangerous than it looks.
Holy
Just
shit, look at
count
that.
on throwing a lot of resources on it to
Holy
make sure
shit.
it doesn't bother you again. But that doesn't mean there's not gonna be another one. There's gonna be plenty of these.
Oh yeah? Hold on. What did he mean by that though? Wait, hold on. Let's go back. What the fuck does he mean by that?
It doesn't bother
Is he telling us that there's gonna be different variations, or I said variations, different variants of the flesh mob
you again.
later down the game?
But that doesn't mean there's not gonna be another one. There's gonna be plenty of these.
I don't understand. Is he talking about quantity, or is there's gonna be different types later down the line? Maybe foreshadowing different types of flesh mobs later down the line. I don't know. He said it's not that hard. I already said that. 3 shots from the Eruptor 2. It is a heavy class, and I think the Leviathan is classed as a super heavy. In my opinion, there's better grenades to bring in instead of the termites for the Illuminates. Okay, and he says probably talking quality quantity. Yeah.
To
Okay.
counter all these new threats and the battled enemies of democracy, you can customize your weapon to fit your playstyle. If you want a larger magazine or a smaller one, but a faster reload, you can have different optics. You can
I feel like
adjust your
hot take. I feel like the weapon customization still need a lot of stuff. Still need a lot of attachments. It's not really in depth. Um, in my opinion. How do you guys feel about that? I think that it still needs a lot. For some weapons, there's literally no customization at all. Literally, for some weapons, the only customization is literally the what did they call it again? What do they call these again? I forgot. The optics. It's only the optics for some um for some weapons. You said yeah. He said rectals. Yeah, but I guess the category for it is optics. For some weapons, they literally only have optics and that's it. And it's just a pattern, which is like that's not really customization. All you're doing is just changing your rectals, like what Nicholas just said.
You can have different optics. You can adjust your recoil, your sway. For a complete breakdown of the weapon customization feature, there is a whole video available about just that feature. Go check that out.
Okay, let's see.
Of course, there are more things to this patch. Small changes, hidden changes. And I don't know where you are right now watching this, but I know where you should be. You should be on Super Earth saving democracy.
The flags are burning. Super Earth
Okay.
calls for aid. Will you answer the call?
Okay. Let's see what. Okay. Okay, this was okay. This was all right. How you guys feeling about this? I know you guys already like this shit. Y'all love this. Y'all love this already. But I just have to say it just to say. He said, but I've seen a leak that there's more attachments that are possibly coming at some point, such as different ammo types as well as secondary attachments. That's pretty cool. And Nicholas was saying, I hope we don't get ridiculous customization like in Warzone. Nicholas, you are so right. And that's what I'm afraid about. I'm afraid that like the customization for weapons is gonna end up like Warzone, where it's like everybody's using the same type of customization to get a certain number of damage. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being creative, everybody has their own different type of guns and shit. We could all like try out his gun or try out his other gun, try out his like customization or try out his other customization. No, we only have this one customization loadout. This one loadout where is if you do this loadout, you for sure gonna make this high number of damage. And this is the meta. This is the quote unquote meta that you need to go for to beat the certain type of enemies, you know? And I don't want that to I don't want it to get to that. But I think it's for these type of things, it always does that, you know? That's how every online game goes though. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Brush hater, you're right. That's what I'm saying. I I I wish it wasn't that way, but it's gonna be that way. That's just how it is for these type of features, you know? Honestly, I don't think it would be like Warzone, mainly because it's a PvE game, it's not PvP, so you don't have to compete against other people, other players. But there will always be a meta because some things are just better than the other things. Yep, that is true. That's what I'm saying. Yep, you are right. You know what? I always think if I was in charge of weapon customization, right, I will only there are guns that are like better, like in without default, right? There are guns that are better default than other guns with no attachments and no customization, right? But I feel like I would, if I was in charge of weapon customization, I would put a lot of weapon customization on the weak weapons, just so that those weapons could be used. Those weapons could be like, modded or have attachments to kind of scale the same damage as the big weapons. If you guys know what I'm talking about. They will all get attachments, but I feel like I'll put more attention towards the ones that are not good to reach the same level as the good ones. So it said it's just about Brush Hater says it's just about how many people want to follow the meta. Yeah, that's true. Take the recallers example. Wait, take the recallers for example is a jack of all trades basically. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So how do you guys feel about this? How do you guys feel about this? I know you guys. I want to know how you guys feel about this, though. Do you guys think that this is good? Do you guys think this is a L? Is this a W? Is this a L? Is this a It's okay. He said, "I've been enjoying the you've been enjoying the update. To be honest, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it for real though. You guys should. You guys deserve it, man. For real. Not keeping this game afloat." He said Arrowhead are also gamers, so I think that they have a good grasp on it. Okay, let's see. Because so this is just I think this is a W in my opinion. And I think that this is what we needed, kind of. Now, my only worries about this game, or only worries about this thing is that this is a limited time thing. And it's like, yes, it is gonna be a limited. Yes, just like what you guys said before, Super Earth can't always be invaded. But I feel as though that they should at least make it every two, 3 or 4 months. A new t- it's every 2, 3, 4 months, Super Earth gets invaded by different types of the you know different types of the what you call it of the enemies. For example, maybe like in 4 months from now, the automatons invade Super Earth or some shit like that. And then like 5 more months after that, fucking the Terminus invade Super Earth, some shit like that. It can't just be only the squids and that's it. I feel like that's a way of them, just kind of like making the content keep going and making it fresh, right? um he said, what y'all think about that? He said, I dislike one of the new missions a bit though, and the Leviathans can be a bit annoying because they could just one shot your mech. Oh, they can? Really? He said it is gonna come back. It is just about if we will let it. We will let the factions do it. Yeah, yeah. And I feel like people will let the other factions invade Super Earth just for content. That's it. Because if it starts getting boring, when this shit starts getting boring, people will want it to be something new. You know. That's why I feel like that's what they should go with. Every like 2, 3 months, 4 months from now, like 2, 3, 4 months from now, they should at least have each faction or a different type of faction invade Super Earth, just so that the content can keep going. He said, "Yeah, last night when I was playing, I just called the new mech and was heading to destroy some warp ships, but then the Leviathan one shot me and my mech out of nowhere. Oh man, that shit fucking crazy. That shit is fucking crazy." But yeah, man, that was Helldivers 2, man. That was Helldivers 2, Heart of Democracy. I think that this is really good. I'm gonna take my L, like I said last time. Um, he said, "No, we will not. Something similar happened with the bots a few months ago, and they go nowhere near the objective." Really? Wait, what do you mean by that, brush hater? Are you talking about like what do you mean by that? But anyways, that's the end of this shit. I think this shit is pretty fire, man. They really did a good job. I'll take the L for it. This is the update that they should have honestly came out with. I don't know why they had to wait a little bit later for this. Um, I don't know, but okay. I mean, hey, it's better late than never, right? But this is pretty good. I'm looking at the stuff, cities, biome, new missions, quote unquote, new missions. I feel like from what you guys were saying in the chat, is not really new missions. It's just It's just the same shit. But um, yeah. I think this game this game needed this thing. It needed this type of thing. Now, hopefully, this shit lasted for like 2 months, and then they got something new coming up because they can't have we can't have another like 5 or 6 months of content drought again. Cause nah, you said there are new missions. What are the new missions then? It's just you said that new cannon is a part of a new mission. Nah, the super invasion. He said nah. What else? He said, oh okay, I didn't know that was a new mission. He said nah, super invasion needs to be a super special thing. Not everybody get your ticket to invade super Earth. Oh okay, that's a nice perspective. Okay. A couple of months ago, the bots were going to invade the creek, and then, and when we did not let them get within 2 planets of it. Oh, okay. Oh, so you don't think that people will let it actually happen so that there's more content? You think that people will actually fight it off or liberate it? I feel like once there's a content drop, people will be like, you know what? Let's just do that. The creek was a bloodbath. Do you really think we will let them take that shit back? It was really that bad? See, now that was something. But look, one thing I want to say, right? One thing I want to say before I go to the next one, right? This is why I say that we need to do not be afraid to criticize the dev team, because at the end of the day, they all want this game to be better. And it's not wrong, or it's not being a hater if you criticize what they're doing, right? Because you want the game to be better. We all want it to be better because it's fun. But this like whole like I don't know what it is, this following that you have to not like criticize them because they're a small team or whatever it is. Bro, that doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, you guys are clocking in. You guys are making this game stay afloat, and they need to realize that hey, if they're doing their job and coming in and keeping this game afloat, we need to do our job. It doesn't matter if we're a small team. We still gotta deliver, you know. And this is why I always say a lot is that we cannot have this mindset where it's like, oh, they're a small team, so we can't criticize what they say or what they do, you know. Speak up, but don't have any anger, guys. Like, speak up, but don't have any anger on it. Don't have anything like that. You know, you don't have to. I'm not. You don't have to be angry about it, but you do have to like. If they're doing something that's like not going the right way, you should still be have the. You know, you should still be able to say how you feel about how the direction of the game is going. You know. He said that this is a bloodbath too. We weren't able to prevent this. This is the thing. The whole storyline has been a bloodbath. I haven't got into this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I never got into the story of this game. I just come in here and shoot bugs and shoot robots and squids, and that's it. But hey, shit. If you're into the story, man, y'all need to link me up to this shit. You know. He said criticize when they do shit wrong. Like he said criticize when they do shit wrong, like when with many nerfs in the PvE game, the fire damage nerfed some patches ago. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're definitely right about that, and I think that's what I'm saying. It's like don't have this like, oh man, we can't say shit because they're a small team. That doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, they're still they are making a product and they need to deliver on a product. That's just how it is. And you guys are the the customers for that product. And so whatever you guys say or whatever you guys need to realize that you guys are the customers. And it doesn't matter if they're a small team or a big team. They need to listen to you guys. And it's not like having this whole I don't know like following that you can't say shit about him because they're small and it's like they're oh but they're human. It's like nah, man. If you gotta understand, if they didn't, if they felt this way, they wouldn't have made this game in the first place. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to do that. You know. You said oh yeah, I sent a short in the Discord last night of an exosuit. I think you will be cool to have in the game. You should have it take a look. Okay, let me look at it real quick. But yeah, man.